Back at Centennial Sportsplex, Rink A, where we are just about set for the 2013 Henry Hine Cup Final between FRAUSN, the 3 seed, and the 1 seed Montgomery Bell Academy. Jonathan Rydberg has already gone to the net for FRAUSN, as the Panthers send out their starting 5. And now Jack Coyle heads to the net for Montgomery Bell Academy. It'll be Kip Worthington for NBA taking the draw against FRAUSN Sterling Schwartz. The puck is dropped in the 2013 Henry Hine Cup Final is underway. Big Red with a puck in their zone, and Michael Piana immediately ices it. It only takes 9 seconds. And the draw will be in the NBA zone to the right of Jack Coyle. So FRAUSN already trying to establish some offensive pressure. They were going after the puck right off the draw. Hear the chant of "Let's Go Blue." Puck into the far right corner off the draw. Picked up by NBA. Sam Pinsley with it. Banking it off the sideboards. Back into the FRA zone. Might go for an icing again. No chase down by Michael Piana on the left wing. Goes around the back of the NBA net. Comes up to the face-off circle to the right of Rydberg and fires a shot right into the net near the left post. Sam Pinsley banked the puck off the sideboards from behind the NBA blue line. Michael Piana chased it down all the way to the goal line in the FRAUSN zone, picked it up, went around the back of the net, came out to the bottom of the face-off circle to the left of Rydberg and fired it past Rydberg at the left post, and it's 1-0 NBA, only 26 seconds into the game. So 13:34 left in the first, 1-0 Big Red as they win the draw off the subsequent face-off, but turn it right over to the Panthers, who turn it right back over to the Big Red, and Connor Griffin dumps it into the FRAUSN zone again. Panthers will clear it out to center, but it's picked up by Stephen Ray, who then flips it out of play off the top of the glass and into the FRAUSN bleachers. And the puck will be dropped on the left wing side ahead of the red line. And it is won by the Big Red. Jack Malone backing up towards his own net. Trying to throw it ahead to Bennett Maxwell. Put it into the stick of Andrew Looney. Taken off his stick by Maxwell. Down the middle into the FRAUSN zone on the right wing side. Bumped off by Logan Orem. Puck in the far left corner. Ben Brinton has it taken away by Connor Griffin. Griffin tried to shoot. Passes blocked by Orem, who tried to cut through the middle and then got bumped off by Malone. Puck back in the FRAUSN zone, trying to chase after it to the net is Maxwell, but it's kept away from him by Andrew Looney. Panthers clear it back out to center. Stephen Ray back across to Jack Malone, backhanding it ahead to Chase Matthews, sending it into the FRAUSN end. To the end boards, battling with Logan Orem, who gets taken down. Aiden McSherry with a puck. Comes out to the right wing, now at the right point. Turner Smith with a shot that's turned aside by Jonathan Rydberg. Left wing boards Pinsley to the left point. Piana fakes a shot, moves towards the net with a shot that goes off the skate of Orem into the netting above the glass in the far left corner. Clock stops with 12:12 left in the first, and it's still 1-0 NBA after the Michael Piana goal, only 26 seconds into the contest.
Very fast start for this NBA team, Michael. That's what they've been almost known for this entire blue season so far.
Draw will be to the right of Jonathan Rydberg. Won by the Big Red. Turner Smith, let it get through his skates, and here's Dylan Portman. Could have been a breakaway, but it's poked away from him at center by an alert Michael Piana, who's now carrying the puck, but is it knocked off his stick by Schwartz, and then it's taken back by the Big Red and sent back into the FRAUSN zone. There's a broken stick at center as the puck is chipped back into the FRA end. Oh, it's a net guard. Okay. Alex Mellon back into the NBA zone on the left wing side. Spinning around to the boards under pressure from Sam Pinsley. Now backhands the puck to the end boards. Jake Jones trying to push it around. Schwartz gets to it, trying to put it out in front onto the skates of Turner Smith, however. Piana flipping it out to center. Christian Smead Williamson with the intercept, and his pass is turned over to Kip Worthington. Now here is Piana down the left wing into the FRU's end zone. Poked off his stick by Smead Williamson. Here's Jake Jones down the right wing, shooting it not on goal. It was going wide of the net, but Jack Coyle decided to come out and play it. Jones was shooting it from behind the NBA blue line. Now here's Connor Griffin back down the right wing into the FRUS end zone. Puck goes to the end boards, backhands it off the back of the net. Maxwell in the near left corner to the left wing boards, and Griffin with a shot that would have gone wide but went off the skate of, I think, Orem. Now Maxwell back to Griffin. Now behind the net, Matthews. Flinging it back over to Griffin. Now back to Matthews near the far left corner. Matthews comes out to the near left corner. Out to the left point. Malone with a one-timer. That's deflected into the far left corner by the stick of Orem. Sent back around the boards by Maxwell. And now here is Logan Orem picking up the puck on the right wing through center, moving into the left wing, into the NBA zone, trying to get to the net. And when he passed by Connor Griffin, he managed to knock the stick out of Griffin's hands, and the puck is turned over to the Big Red. Stephen Ray down the left wing, backhanding it on goal from the blue line. It's stopped and covered up by Jonathan Rydberg with 10:10 left in the first, and Montgomery Bell hanging on to this 1-0 lead. Big Red applying a lot of defensive pressure to FRUSN.
Faceoff will be to the right of Rydberg in the left wing faceoff circle. As the lines are now out, as Sterling Schwartz is kicked out of the faceoff dot for FRUSN.
Jake Jones taking over, and the draw is won by MBA, kept alive at the left point by Jack Malone, who ships the puck to the end boards. Alex Mellon trying to pick it up, fighting with Stephen Ray. Sorry, that's Sam Pensley. And Mellon, after that battle, comes up with a puck. Now skating around the back of his own net, trying to come out to the right wing. Clears the puck to center, trying to get it to Jake Jones, taken away by Kip Worthington, ahead to Sam Pensley on the left wing in the FRA zone of the shot that's well wide and high over the left post. Panthers get the puck out to center. Jake Jones skating down the right wing into the NBA zone with a shot that goes wide of the net, wide of the left post to be exact. Puck in the far right corner. Sent around the boards by the Big Red. McSherry to Piana. Down the middle into the FRUSN zone. Piana trying to go to the net. Has his lane cut off by Mellon. Puck now in the near left corner. Now to the left point, and Smith back down low to Piana. Now Worthington trying to put out in front. Lost in Piana's skates, and covering it up is Rydberg. Puck was being jostled around, and Robertson Fowler actually had a chance to put it in the net for about a millisecond before Rydberg covered it up. 9:01 left in the first here in the Henry Hine Cup Final. Still 1-0 Big Red. Draw will be to the right of Jonathan Rydberg. And it is won by the Big Red. Benyanian going around the back of the net, comes out to the face-off circle to the left to Rydberg, out in front to Fowler, who's one-timer stopped by Rydberg, and then the rebound is put in by Jack Malone, and it's 2-0. NBA with 8:50 left in the first. Another goal for the Big Red. Jack Malone cashing in on that opportunity off the Robertson Fowler shot that was stopped by Rydberg. The draw at center won by the Panthers, but sent back into their zone by the Big Red. Yannian trying to go to the net, trying to get it in front for Nick Green. Pass was blocked. From the right point, Ray with a shot that's blocked by Nick Chalice. And then it goes over to Nick Green, whose shot is blocked wide of the net. Puck now on the inboards. Green sending it around. Out to the right wing, Fowler. Try to get it back around the boards. Intercepted by Logan Orem, who begins to skate. Keeps in the middle. Trying to get to center. Poked off his stick by Benyanian, who keeps it alive in the FRUSN zone and backhands it back to the inboards. Taylor Maitland with the puck on the left wing for FRUSN. Clears the center, but onto the stick of Chase Matthews. Brings it back into the FRA zone. Trying to go to the net with a backhander. Turned aside by Rydberg. And then backhands it from behind the net. Turned over to the Panthers, who cleared to center, but the Big Red have it again. And then it's turned back over to FRUSN. Here's Sterling Schwartz. Oh, tried to go down the middle into the NBA zone. Collided with Jack Malone. And Malone, I think, is going to get called for a trip. Yes. First penalty of this Henry Hine Cup Final goes against NBA. Jack Malone to the box for tripping with 7:42 left in the first period. So the Panthers will get the first power play of the game. Draw will be to Jack Coyle's right in the left wing face-off circle. And it's won by the Big Red, but turned right over to the Panthers with a shot that's turned aside by Coyle. I think that was Schwartz who had that chance. But now in the near right corner, out in front to Orem with a shot. Stopped and held on to by Jack Coyle as Logan Orem gets his first good scoring chance of this one. .733 left in the first. Still 2-0 Big Red. 1:52 left in the power play for the Panthers. Draw will be to Coyle's left. Won by FRUSN. Mellon with it on the right point with a shot. Oh, Coyle had to jump up to stop. Rebound, Ben Britton blocked it, goes to the net, and Schwartz tried to get a whack at it and whiffed. And the puck is iced by NBA. In fact, sent on goal from in front of the NBA net by Michael Piana, and Jonathan Rydberger to make the save now. Alex Mellon from behind his own net. Hands it off to Logan Orem, who emerges. Orem keeps in the middle through center. Into the NBA zone. Puck poked off his stick. Andrew Looney picks it up and gets it back to Orem. Orem trying to get into the NBA zone. Goes over the blue line, but it's knocked off his stick by Griffin. Orem gets it back, but then turns it right over to Piana. Puck on the left wing boards. Turner Smith clears the zone. Logan Orem with the puck at center. Trying to slap it on goal from behind the blue line, but it went off the stick of Chase Matthews into the far right corner. Now here's Piana from behind his own net. 45 seconds left in the power play. Piana down the right wing into the FRUSN zone. Backhanding it for Chase Matthews with a one-timer that blows wide of the left post. Wow. FRUSN nearly gave up a disastrous shorthanded goal as Taylor Maitland sends the puck back into the Big Red zone. Slapped around the boards by Connor Griffin. In fact, it goes all the way back into the FRUSN zone. Final 15 seconds of the power play. Panthers skating the puck. Sterling Schwartz backhanding the puck back into the NBA zone. But it's picked up by Ben Yanian. Stephen Ray at the end boards. Trying to keep it away from Schwartz. They battle behind the NBA net. Yanian joins in. So does Jackson Reed. Penalty time is up as the puck is sent out of play by Stephen Ray. 5:33 left in the first period. Still 2-0 NBA. Although they had a great scoring chance on the penalty kill there as Michael Piana backhanded the puck in the slot to Chase Matthews, who one-timed it wide of the left post. Draw to the right of Coyle in the left wing face-off circle. Won by the Big Red at the end boards. Smith backhanding it around. Picked up by Connor Griffin. Skates to center, down the left wing, into the FRUSN zone. Going to the net with a backhander, score! Griffin cut to the middle, then moved to the left post and backhanded it through the legs of Rydberg. And it's 3-0 NBA with 5:16 left in the first. And the Panthers are in really big trouble really early on. Wow, this is unbelievable. Big Red win the draw again. Yanian on the left wing side in the FRUSN zone. Panthers trying to clear it out, kept alive at the left point by Piana. Piana moving towards the net, trying to shake off Christian Speed. Williamson could not. Alex Mellon gets the puck out to center, but dumped back in from the red line by Turner Smith. Picked up, back up by Smead Williamson, who sends it all the way back into the NBA zone, but the Big Red get to it. Here's Piana. Down the middle in the FRUS end zone. Try to pass over to Green, intercepted by Logan Orem, who has a breakaway into the NBA zone to the net with a backhander. Stop! No! It goes in! It goes in! Oh, that Coyle had made the save, but it went over his left shoulder into the net. And it's 3-1 NBA with 4:27 left in the first. Logan Orem. With a big goal for FRAUSN. First really big mistake of the game for NBA. Draw one by the Big Red. Jack Malone. Ran a pass to Kit Worthington, went off Sterling Schwartz. Chased down near the far right corner by Stephen Ray. Ray emerging from the net with a pass that's intercepted at center by Logan Orem. Orem trying to skate with it. Back into the NBA zone, poked off his stick by Malone. Here is Kit Worthington. Down the left wing into the FRAUSN zone with a shot that's gloved and held onto at the right post by Jonathan Ryberg with 3:57 left in the first. Still 3-1 NBA. Draw to the right of Rydberg. Goes to the near left corner. And the Panthers come out with it. Orem knocked down almost from behind by Bennett Maxwell. Christian Smead Williamson with a puck now for the Panthers. Across to Alex Mellon. Still in the NBA zone. Mellon spinning around, almost falling under pressure from Chase Matthews. And Matthews pressures the puck off of Mellon. Maxwell with it now around the back of the NBA net. Comes out to the left wing and try to get it to the left point. And Jack Malone with a pass, missed Malone completely. Rolling on its side back into the NBA zone, where Malone has it. Thanks to help from Jack Coyle. Sent around the boards to Maxwell. Off his stick. Now here's Chase Matthews down the middle. And the FRUSN zone with a shot gloved and held on to by Jonathan Rydberg with 3:07 left in the first. And it's still 3-1 NBA. Place is packed. Draw to the left. Jonathan Ryberg is won by the Panthers. Sent around the boards. Out to center, where Michael Piana picks it up for the Big Red. And skates with it down the middle. Into the FRUSN zone. The shot, score! Through the legs of Rydberg. It's the second of the game for Piana, and it's 4-1 NBA with 2:50 left in the first. That's a patent for Piana. Just come over the blue line and throw it at the net, and it goes in through the 5-hole. I don't think I've seen any goalie stop that shot for him this year. Big battle for the puck off the draw. Benyanian dumps it into the FRUSN zone. Andrew Looney with it in the far left corner with a clearing attempt intercepted by Yanian with a shot that stopped and covered up at the left post by Rydberg with 2:34 left in the first. Draw to the left of Rydberg. Won by the Panthers. Smead Williamson taken off the puck by Worthington. Puck goes around the boards though to Mellon. Panthers try and work it out of their zone. Schwartz with it. Trying to clear it out, kept alive at the right point by Turner Smith. We're going to have a penalty though. I think against NBA, another one. Yep, Aiden McSherry going to the box for NBA for roughing with 2:13 left in the first, and NBA leading 4-1. in the right wing faceoff dot behind the FRUSN blue line. Drawn by the Panthers, but Logan Orem turned it over to Kip Worthington, who dumps it into the FRUSN zone. Now the Panthers get to it. They try and start this power play. Alex Millen under pressure, gets it ahead to Orem at center. Hands it off to Sterling Schwartz down the left wing into the NBA zone. Fakes a slap shot, moves to the net with a shot turned aside by Jack Coyle at the right post. And Stephen Ray slaps the puck back into the FRUSN zone, so a quality scoring chance for Sterling Schwartz. And then Logan Orem gets knocked down on the left wing in his own zone by Sam Pinsley, who tried to come out from the right post on a wraparound, but he was denied by Rydberg. Puck sitting behind the net. Orem with it. And Orem emerges from behind the net ahead to Mellon. Mellon down the right wing into the NBA zone. Has to go to the boards. Now at the right point. Flings it off to Orem near the face-off circle, and then there's a big battle on the right wing boards for the puck. This FRA team completely overwhelmed by NBA early on, and the Big Red have the puck. Griffin flinging it around the boards, and it's going to go for, well, it's not going to go for an icing. Goes into the FRUSN zone, and Rydberg tried to clear it out. Puck is at center as Logan Orem gets knocked down by Griffin. Here's Schwartz in the NBA zone, letting the puck go to the left wing boards, and it's cleared out by Matthews. Orem picks it up behind the red line. Ahead to Schwartz, who tried to deflect it back into the NBA zone, and Chase Matthews nearly had a breakaway. Now here's Connor Griffin backhanding the puck back into the FRA zone. Puck at the inboards. Looney in the far left corner, nearly left it behind. And Looney begins to skate. Final 5 seconds of the power play. And the penalty time is up. McSherry out of the box now. Final 10 seconds of the first. And a shot from Sterling Schwartz from the far right corner is stopped and covered up at the right post by Jack Coyle. 8.1 seconds left in the first period. Still 4-1. NBA over FRA-USN. Draw will be to Jack Coyle's right in the left wing faceoff circle. Won by the Panthers. Looney trying a shot that's blocked. And they try and clear it out, NBA does, but it's kept alive at the blue line by Ben Brenton, to the inboards. And time has run out on the first period, where the Big Red were absolutely dominant. Michael Piana scoring only 26 seconds into the game. And then the Big Red racked up a couple more goals before Logan Orem, on one of his patented breakaways, got a goal for FRA-USN, only for Piana to get another late in the first. So it's 4-1, NBA over FRA-USN after one period of the 2013 Henry Hine Cup Final.
This is the 2013 Henry Hine Cup Championship game on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.
Back at Centennial Sportsplex Rink A, getting ready for period number 2 here in the Henry Hine Cup Final, where NBA is leading FRA-USN 4-1. Thanks to 2 goals from Michael Piana, one of which came 26 seconds into the game. Logan Orem with a lone goal for FRA-USN. Jack Malone and Connor Griffin have cashed in the other goals for NBA. We start this second period on even strength, and the Big Red win the draw. Bennett Maxwell dumping the puck into the FRA-USN zone. Goes to the inboards. Maxwell in the far right corner with it, keeping it away from Alex Mellon. Comes out to the near right corner. Sends it back along the boards to Chase Matthews. And Alex Mellon takes it off of Matthews. Sends it out to the left wing. Taylor Maitland trying to clear the zone. Kept it alive at the left point by Jack Malone. Backhanded past the right post. Panthers have the puck again. Here's Logan Orem with a big shot from the red line. Score! Wow! Logan Orem from just in front of the red line with a slap shot that goes flying through the legs of Jack Coyle along the ice. And it's 4-2 NBA with 13:09 left in the second. Wow! Orem can score from anywhere. Man alive, what a bullet. Draw one by the Panthers. Schwartz trying to carry it into the NBA zone. Had to get around his own teammate, Jake Jones. Big Red out of the puck. Piana trying to clear it out. Went off the stick of Chalos, but Piana chases it back down into the FRUSN zone with a shot. It's stopped and covered up in the crease by Jonathan Rydberg. Draw will be to Rydberg's left. One by the Panthers. Carried to center, but turned back over to the Big Red, and Piana sends it back into the FRUSN zone, but we have an injured Panther down. That was the player who cleared the puck out to center. I'm not sure who that is. I can't see the number from here. But the Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance trainer is coming out onto the ice. Yeah, it is. It's Jake Jones, number 74, and he is back up on his knees and skating back to the bench under his own power. So we're ready to play again. Draw will be to the right of Rydberg in the left wing faceoff circle. One by the Panthers. Turned over to the Big Red at the left point. Here's Aiden McSherry, unable to hold on to a pass near the slot. Puck now in the near right corner. Kip Worthington tried to come out with it. The right point. A shot from Turner Smith, stopped and covered up in the crease by Rydberg. .12:15 left here in the second. 4-2 NBA. Logan Orem, that slap shot goal from in front of the red line. Draw will be to the left of Rydberg. It is won by the Big Red. Maxwell out to Bennett Maxwell. Matthews out to Bennett Maxwell at the left wing. But it's turned over to the Panthers. And here's Orem trying to get around Stephen Ray, but he falls over in the NBA zone. FRA fans wanting a call. They're not going to get one. Here's Matthews trying to come out the other way, pushing aside. Alex Millen trying to get to the net, but the puck is cleared out to center by the Panthers. Puck in the NBA zone. Jack Malone with it. Pass across to Maxwell into the FRA zone on the left wing side. Stops, gets it off to Matthews with a shot turned aside by the left leg pad of Rydberg. Puck on the right wing, and we're going to have a penalty against the Panthers. First one of the game against them. And it's against Nick Chalos. 11:18 left in the second. Big Red are going to go to the power play for the first time. Roughing the call against Chalos. Out of the right of Rydberg, won by NBA. A shot from Michael Piana goes wide of the left post. The right point, Turner Smith. Cross to Piana, but the puck slid out to center. It went back over the blue line. Piana skates it back into the NBA zone on the right wing side. Cuts around the D and then backhands it towards the net. Into the skates of Christian Smeed Williamson, cleared it away from the net, but not out of the zone. Puck back on the inboards now. Worthington trying to get it out in front, but put it onto the stick, I think, of Orem, who cleared it back into the NBA zone. Turner Smith picking it up from Jack Coyle across to Piana. And Piana trying to pass ahead to Chase Matthews, knocked down by Orem, but here's Connor Griffin with a shot turned aside by the blocker of Rydberg. Puck now in the far right corner. Maxwell behind the net. Over to the right wing boards and Matthews. Now back to Maxwell behind the net. Comes out to the left wing with a shot stopped to the right post by Rydberg. And Maxwell trying to fire it back across to Matthews, intercepted by Schwartz, who ices it. Big Red send it back into the Panther zone, only for it to be cleared back out by FRA. And then it's dumped back in by Michael Piana. Panthers clear it out once more, but the Big Red get back to it at center. Here's Matthews backhanding the puck onto the right wing boards in the FRUSN zone. Behind the net, Matthews pushed into the boards by Mellon. We're going to have another penalty. This is against NBA, though. So there goes their power play. And then we're going to have two. Connor Griffin said something to the official after the whistle, and he's going to go off for it. Charging against Maxwell. And a misconduct against Connor Griffin. So it's going to be a 5-on-3, or correction, a 4-on-3 for FRUSN. And they have erroneously given NBA a 20-2 lead on the scoreboard. That needs to be fixed. Penalty against FRUSN will be for another 14 seconds. Draw one by Sterling Schwartz. Dumps the puck out of the NBA zone and it gets taken down by Jack Malone. And there's going to be another penalty against the Big Red. Interference. Jack Malone to the box for interference with 9:23 left in the second. And NBA clinging now to a 4-2 lead. Draw to the right of Coyle, so now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Panthers. They win the draw. Mellon with a shot. It's kicked aside by Coyle with a right leg pad. Penalty time is up. It's now a 5-on-3 for the Panthers as Michael Piana shoots it into the FRUSN zone. Picked up by Jake Jones. Backhanding it over to Logan Orem. Orem into the NBA zone on the right wing side. Going to pass it over to Jake Jones. And NBA gets a hold of the puck and ices it. Jonathan Rydberg pushing it off to Andrew Looney. Pass ahead to Alex Mellon. Mellon into the NBA zone on the right wing. Trying to put it in front, steered away from the net by Stephen Ray. Left wing Jones backhanding it back to the inboards. Mellon now behind the net. To the right wing and Orem. Orem with a slap shot, stopped by Coyle at the left post. Mellon handing it off to Schwartz, now to Orem on the right wing with a shot that's blocked by a diving Chase Matthews, knocked his stick out of his hand. Orem gets the puck back, going to the net with a shot, stopped and covered up at the left post by Jack Coyle. 8:11 left in the second. Still 4-2 NBA. 40 seconds left on the charging call against Bennett Maxwell. Draw one by the Big Red. As Piana tried to clear it out, trying to keep it alive at left point, but it's Ben Brenton, but he turns it over to Kip Worthington. Worthington skating and shooting it on goal from behind the red line. It goes, behind the blue line, the FRA blue line, and it goes just wide of the right post. And here come the Panthers back the other way. Orem passing across to Nick Challows. Puck goes back into the NBA zone, but it's picked up by the Big Red. Donna's going to try and ice it, kept alive at the right point by Andrew Looney. Across to the left point in Orem. Orem skating from left wing to right, gets around Ray, but ends up chasing the puck to the inboards. First penalty is up against Griffin. Now here's Brenton as both penalties are up. Shot turned aside by Coyle. Keeping it alive to the blue line is Looney. One-timer from Orem goes flying over the net into the netting above the glass. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 7:15 to go in the second. Connor Griffin should not have been released from the box. He's serving a misconduct. He goes back in. So FRA now 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. Draw will be on the right wing faceoff dot behind the NBA blue line. And now one of the coaches for NBA talking with the officials about the penalty situation. And now that discussion is done and we're ready for
the penalty to Griffin.
Face-off.
Griffin should be in the penalty box until 38 seconds remaining left on the 10-minute misconduct remaining or into the third period.
Draw one by the Big Red, carried into the zone by Bennett Maxwell to the net with a backhander is McSherry, and it's stopped and held on to at the left post by Jonathan Rydberg. 7:07 left in the second. Draw will be to the left of Rydberg in the right wing faceoff circle. One back to NBA from near the left point. Piana with a shot that go off the glove of Rydberg and away from the net. Thought it was going to go in at first. Big Red still with a puck. There's a shot from Pinsley that's gloved and held on to by Rydberg. It was playing ping pong with stick blades. Or not ping pong, pinball with stick blades. And he got to Pinsley and he took the shot and Rydberg gloved it. Draw to the left of Rydberg once again. One by the Big Red, Turner Smith at the right point. Tossing the puck back to the inboards behind the net, Pinsley. Out to the left wing, McSherry with a shot. Stopped by Rydberg who couldn't see it as it was coming his way. Big Red still have the rebound. Turn it over to Smead Williamson trying to clear the zone. Dylan Cortman carries the puck out to center and will send it into the NBA zone where it's cleared away by Coyle. And now here's Piana down the middle into the FRUSN zone on the right wing side. Going to the inboards. Comes out to the slot with a shot, score! Piana, hat trick! 5-2 NBA with 6:17 left in the second. It has been the Michael Piana show in this one. And he pretty much did all that one himself. He was very patient with the puck. Went to the inboards, came back out to the right wing in the slot, and then fired it in off the inside of the right post. 5-2, Big Red. They win the draw and carry the puck back into the FRA zone. From the right point, Stephen Ray with a shot wide of the left post. Comes out to the left wing boards. Logan Orem will carry it to center. Gets knocked off the puck as he enters the NBA zone. Stephen Ray. Pass ahead to Ben Yanian. Yanian FRA US in zone on the right wing side. Oh, putting it in front for Chase Matthews, whose one-timer is gloved and held onto by Rydberg. 5:43 left in the second. Draw to the left of Rydberg. Won by the Big Red, carried on goal by Worthington, and his shot turned aside at the left post by Rydberg. Here come the Panthers. They turn it back over at center to the Big Red. McSherry, left wing side of the FRA zone with a shot knocked down with a glove of Rydberg. Puck now behind the net. McSherry gets it back. Shot from the right wing turned aside in the crease by Orem. Not by Orem, Rydberg. Malone trying to backhand it in front. Now McSherry with a shot that's blocked, and then a shot from Malone stopped by Rydberg. He is the rebound. And it's taken away by the Panthers, trying to clear it out. Kept alive right at the blue line by Pinsley, trying to move to the net, and then it's turned over to the Panthers again. And iced on a hard shot from behind the red line by Sterling Schwartz. 4:57 left in the second. 5-2 Montgomery Bell over FRA USN. Draw will be to the left of Rydberg in the right wing faceoff circle. Dribbles past the left post. Picked up by Yanian near the far right corner. Yanian around the inboards to Maxwell behind the net. Comes out to the left wing, poked off his stick by Mellon. Now here's Taylor Maitland clearing the puck to center. Poked away from him by Piana. Maitland dropped his stick as Jackson Thomas clears the puck into the NBA zone. He's picked up by the Big Red. Michael Piana trying to pass ahead to Ben Yanian. Missed his stick off the boards, rolling on its side. Smeed Williamson sending it around the boards, intercepted by Maxwell. Now Matthews and Mellon battling for the puck. Taylor Maitland clears to center, and Michael Piana will dump the puck back into the FRA USN zone. Cleared back out to center by the Panthers, but Piana again sending it back into the Panther end. But here's Logan Orem with the intercept, and then he turns it right over to Ben Yanian, who banks it off the sideboards, and Orem chases it down. Going to have it poked off his stick by Yanian into the FRA USN zone on the right wing side. Goes to around the back of the net. Passes it to Turner Smith near the right point with a shot that goes over the net. Left wing boards Yanian. Trying to get it down low to Matthews, intercepted by Orem. Orem carries it to center. Keeps to the middle, into the NBA zone, goes to the left wing. And a tie-up, and they blow the whistle. I think they might be calling a penalty here. Unsportsmanlike, I think, was the call against Aiden McSherry. So another power play for the Panthers with 3:13 left in the second, trailing 5-2. It's an unsportsmanlike against McSherry. Draw to the right of Coyle, won by FRA USN. Jake Jones over to Scott Looney on the right wing with a shot that's blocked, and then Sterling Schwartz with a shot that's blocked, and icing it is Jack Malone. Rydberg out to play it, leaves it for Andrew Looney, nearly overskated it, almost let Sam Pinsley get it. Picked up by Schwartz, ahead to Alex Mellon. Mellon carrying the puck into the NBA zone on the left wing side. Stops. Now starts moving across the ice from left wing to right wing with a shot. Stopped by Coyle. Rebound is cleared away from the net, but not out. Kept alive at the blue line by Andrew Looney. But now on the inboards. Now on the right wing boards, Orem pushing it to Jones, back to Orem. Now to the right point, Mellon trying to flip it back to Orem. Orem with a puck, trying to move across the ice, knocked off by Maxwell, and whiffing on a clearing attempt was Ray. Here is Schwartz. Fending off some NBA challengers, moving from right wing to left, or moving from left wing to right wing, excuse me. Passing it back to Orem, and went underneath Orem's stick blade out to center. Picked up by Looney. Back ahead to Jones. Now Orem across the ice to Schwartz on the right wing side of the NBA zone. Taken off his stick by Ben Yanian, who's got some room to skate. Yanian into the FRA-USN zone. Throw the shot, kicked aside with the edge of the right leg pad by Rydberg. Orem with a puck at center. Final 15 seconds of this power play. Big shot from behind the blue line, blocked. They're not going to let him score another one like that again, I guarantee you. Puck at center again, Orem. On the red line, into the NBA zone. Penalty time is up. A shot off the glove of Coyle and wide of the left post. And the Big Red are going to ice the puck. No, they wave it off. Under a minute left here in the first. FRA-USN now 0 for 5 in the power play. Ben Yanian with a puck at the right wing. Down low to McSherry. A shot kicked aside of the right leg pad by Rydberg. Smith with a backhanded pass that goes across the front of the net. Yanian. Shot from the right point that's stopped by Rydberg, and I think the official thought he covered up. It actually went off his glove and slid towards the left post. They blew the whistle. They thought he covered it up. He didn't. It's a bit of a lucky break there. 35.6 seconds left in the second. Still 5-2 Big Red. Draw at the left point. Sorry, draw to the left of Rydberg. Won by FRA, and they clear it out to center. Puck sliding into the NBA zone. Picked up by Stephen Ray, trying to keep it away from Jackson Thomas. Ray, pass ahead to Bennett Maxwell at center. Maxwell into the FRA-USN zone on the left wing side. Trying to pass across to, I think that's Robertson Fowler. Pass was too quick for Fowler to handle. Puck going around the end boards now. Pinsley getting knocked down near the far right corner by Andrew Looney. Here's Maxwell with a shot that's stopped by Rydberg and pops up in the air. And the clock runs to 0 here in the second period. Logan Orem with a big slap shot goal from in front of the red line early on here in this second period. Had everybody in shock and amazement, but Michael Piana later on in the second would pick up his hat trick goal, and now NBA are 14 minutes away from a Henry Hine Cup championship, leading FRA-USN 5-2 after 2 periods in the Henry Hine Cup Final.
Does your
Montgomery Bell Academy Big Red are 14 minutes from their first G-Nash tournament victory ever, leading this 2013 Henry Hine Cup Final over FRA-USN 5-2. But FRA-USN came into last year's championship against Indy Page down 3-0.
They can do it.
Third period, they can do it. They tied it with 39 seconds left on a goal from Charles Rabinowitz, who got his hat trick goal in OT to win it. The draw here is won by NBA. Aiden McSherry with a shot. Stopped and held on to by Jonathan Rydberg. That takes only 8 seconds of this third period.
Connor Griffin for NBA is still in the box on his 10-minute misconduct for at least another 24 seconds or so. He should be out at 13:28 here in the third.
Draw to the left, draw to the right of Rydberg, won by NBA and sent to the end boards, where it's picked up by the Panthers. Logan Orem backhands it out to center. And Alex Mellon will dump it into the NBA zone. Picked up at the end boards there by Stephen Ray. Stops behind his own net, then tries to cut around Sterling Schwartz, who turns it over to Logan Orem with a one-timer that goes wide of the left post, wide of the right post. Orem didn't get any stick on that. Puck slides back into the FRA zone. Cleared back out by the Panthers, but Stephen Ray carries it back in on the left wing side. Backhands it back to the inboards. Picked up by Mellon. Sent around to the right wing. Picked up by Maxwell. Sends it back the other way along the wall. Left point. Ray trying to get it down low to McSherry, and then his shot is blocked by Alex Mellon, who tried a long pass ahead to Sterling Schwartz that ended up getting to Jack Coyle, and he stops it and leaves it for Ray, and Ray passing it off to Maxwell. Maxwell dumping it back into the FRAUSN zone. Bennett Maxwell in the near left corner with a shot off the glove of Rydberg from about the midpoint of the face-off circle. Puck comes back to the near left corner. Now Matthews chasing it into the far left corner. To the right point, Piana. Backhanding it back down low to Matthews. Back across the goal line to Maxwell. Now back to the blue line with Jack Malone with a shot that's blocked by the stick of Schwartz. And Alex Mellon is going to ice the puck with 12:03 to go in this one.
Connor Griffin is out of the box now, so his misconduct penalty is over.
Draw will be to the left of Rydberg in the right wing face-off circle. Won by the Big Red, Piana. Backhanding it down low to McSherry. Trying to get it in front to Worthington. Kept away by the Panthers, who clear it out to center, but it's picked back up by Piana. Skates it back into the FRAUSN zone with a shot. Kicked aside by Rydberg. Can't find the rebound. He's looking behind him. Luckily for him, Jake Jones backhands it through center. Back into the NBA zone. Big Red get back to it. Clear it out to center. But here's Jake Jones picking it up. Trying to carry it into the NBA zone. Knocked off the puck. And here's Piana. Back ahead to Sam Pensley, who deflects the puck back into the FRAUSN zone. On the right wing side now with a shot that goes off an FRAUSN stick across the ice. Picked up by Worthington at the end boards. Behind the net. Turns it over to FRAUSN. Ben Brenton clears it out to center. Now Taylor Maitland into the NBA zone. Chips it to the far right corner. Now here's Brenton with a shot that's turned aside by Coyle. That came from the left wing boards. Actually looked like it was going across the ice. And Piana flinging the puck through the air back into the FRAUSN zone. Brenton will chase it down to the right wing boards and ends up clearing it out of play with 10:43 left in the game, and it's still 5-2 Big Red. Draw will be to Rydberg's left in the right wing face-off circle. Won by the Big Red. On the left wing with it is Matthews. Banks it off the end boards. Back to the far left corner, and Connor Griffin trying to backhand it out in front for Chase Matthews, but onto the stick of Alex Mellon. Mellon behind his own net. Ends up icing it, trying to pass it ahead to Sterling Schwartz. He ices it from behind his own net. 10:13 to go here. Draw to the left of Rydberg is one by the Big Red and sent around the boards at the left point. Stephen Ray with a shot blocked by Alex Mellon, who clears the puck to center thanks to help from William Frankenfield. Big Red get the puck back and carry it back into the FRAUSN zone. On the right wing side is Ben Yanni, but we're going to have a penalty against the Big Red. Another penalty. Aiden McSherry to the box again, this time for tripping with 9:52 to go in the game. will be on the right wing faceoff dot behind the FRUSN blue line as the Panthers get another power play shot here. They win the draw. Sterling Schwartz passing across the ice to Alex Millen. Sends it into the NBA zone, but the Big Red have it, and they'll immediately clear it out. That's Piana on the clearing. Puck slides back into the FRUSN end. And it is picked up by Logan Orem, who streaks through the middle into the NBA zone. Puck knocks off his stick. Jake Jones whiffing on a shot near the left point. Puck goes back around the boards. Now on the right wing, we've got a hit. And another penalty coming up. Interference, the call here. And it's against Maxwell. Another penalty against the Big Red. So Bennett Maxwell to the box for interference with 9:16 to go. The Panthers will have 85 seconds of a 5-on-3. Draw will be to Coyle's left in the right wing faceoff circle. Won by the Big Red. And immediately iced by Piana. Alex Millen with the puck for FRUSN. Banking it off the sideboards back into the NBA zone, but kept away from Jake Jones by Stephen Ray, who pokes it back into the FRUSN end. Picked up by Millen. Millen to center. Down the right wing. Into the NBA zone. Backhanding it to Schwartz at the top of the faceoff circle with a shot that stopped and held on to at the left post by Coyle with 8:38 to go and 47 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. And the draw to the left of Coyle is won by NBA. They try to clear it out, come live at the right point by Looney, moving towards the net with a shot that goes off the left side of the net. Schwartz out to the left wing, and Ben Brenton turned over to NBA, tried to clear it out. They Panthers keep it alive, but it's turned over to the Big Red. Here is Griffin down the right wing into the FRA zone with a shot that stopped at the left post by Rydberg. And Sterling Schwartz down the right wing into the NBA zone. Passing the puck across the ice to Ben Brenton, tangled up in Brenton's skates. He turns around, picks it up, tries to pass it off to Orem. Orem with a shot that goes over the net. First penalty is up. Aiden McSherry out of the box, and he's calling for the puck if he can get a long pass. Piana's got it. Passes ahead to McSherry, all off the back of his stick blade into the far left corner. Piana passed it a little too hard. Puck ends up loose, and here's Andrew Looney clearing it out to center. Piana gets it back, carries it back into the FRA zone, going towards the net, but he's tripped up by a diving Andrew Looney. Will it be a penalty shot, or will it be a plain old penalty? No, it's going to be a plain old penalty against Looney. 7:20 left in the game, still 5-2 NBA. 5 seconds left on the penalty against Bennett Maxwell, so the Big Red will get a minute 55 of power play time. Draw to the right of Rydberg, won by FRA, but they turn it right over to the Big Red. Maxwell comes out of the box and NBA's power play begins. Left point Yanian, soft backhanded pass to Matthews, down low to Malone. In front, Matthews with a one-timer score! That might be it. Chase Matthews. I think that's his second of the game. No, it's his first. It's his first of the game. He had a chance in the first. He one-timed it wide to the left post. It's 6-2 NBA with 7:05 to go. So they cash in on that power play opportunity. And Matthews with a puck off the draw, carrying it into the FRUS end zone. Going to the left wing. Passing it down low to Yanian. Yanian trying to get it to the right point, and Turner Smith went off Smith's skate. Puck sent back into the FRA zone. At center, Mellon backing up into his own zone. Long pass ahead to Maitland in the NBA zone on the left wing, trying to get to the slot. Puck knocked off his stick. Malone clears it out to center. Here's Pinsley backhanding it back into the FRUS end zone. Maxwell on the left wing. Stops in the near left corner. Passing to Pinsley. Back down low to Maxwell. Went off the official skate. Maxwell on the far left corner. Getting away from Christian Speed Williamson. Comes out to the left post. Whiffs on the shot. And then the shot from Pinsley is gloved and held onto at the left post by Ryberg with 5:49 to go. Big Red 1 for 2 in the power play in this game. Panthers 0 for 6. That will not win you games. Draw to the left of Rydberg. Won by FRA. 0 for 7, yeah. Sterling Schwartz carrying it into the NBA zone. Poked off his stick right as he got over the blue line by Piana. Puck staying just in front of the blue line. Piana with it now, passing across to Ray. Ray around the boards to Piana. Piana down the right wing into the FRUS end zone, trying to go to the net. Lost it in Looney skates. Jackson Thomas clears it out to center. Picked up by Stephen Ray. Ray whiffing on a shot attempt, or whiffing on a pass attempt. Why would he be shooting from the middle of his own zone? Pass ahead to Piana into the FRUS end zone with a shot. Score! A little slapper from Piana through the legs of Rydberg. 4th goal of the game for Michael. 7-2 Big Red with 5:02 to go. And surely that is way too big of a mountain to climb for the Panthers in their quest for a 3rd straight Hine Cup title. Draw one by the Big Red again. And sent back into the FRUS end zone. At the end boards, Robertson Fowler. Sending it around. Picked up by Jake Jones. He'll carry it out to center. Into the NBA zone on the right wing side. Backhanding it towards the net. Goes wide of the left post. Jack Malone sending it around the boards. Picked up by Robertson Fowler. Fowler carries it to center. Down the right wing into the FRUS end zone. Gets rather deep with a shot. Stopped and held on to by Rydberg with 4:27 left. Draw to the left of Rydberg. Looked like it was won by NBA. However, Jackson Thomas was coming off the bench right as they dropped the puck, and they had to blow the whistle and reconvene. Draw one by the Big Red. It's turned over to the Panthers. Logan Orm in the NBA zone. Getting around Jack Malone with a shot stopped by Jack Coyle. The puck in the FRA zone, or still in the NBA zone. Trying to clear it out. Here's Alex Mellon at the right point. Right wing boards, pushed into the boards. Puck in the near right corner now, Schwartz. Passing it over to Orem with a shot. Oh, went off the crossbar. He was denied a hat trick by Metal. Dear me. Oh. Malone behind the net. Slapping it ahead to William Bright, and we have a whistle. Interference. And it's against FRUSN. Jackson Reed to the box with 3:37 to go. Called for interference as the Big Red will get a power play, leading 7-2. Now on that last face-off, it was won by NBA. It went off the stick of William Bright. Then Ethan Mowry looked like he got tripped. And that's how Logan Orem was able to get to the puck and just go blasting through center towards the net. And had the shot that was stopped by Coyle before he had the shot that went off the crossbar. Some FRUSN fans beginning to clear out. Puck will be dropped on the right wing face-off dot behind the NBA blue line. Won by the Big Red, Connor Griffin. Trying to pass to Bennett Maxwell, went off the stick of Schwartz, flying through the air. Maxwell gets to it in the FRA zone on the left wing side with a pass that's intercepted by Orem. And they haven't started the clock. Now they start it. Puck at center. Bennett Maxwell on the left wing. Into the FRA zone with a shot. Gloved and held on to by Rydberg. They have to let some time run off because they didn't start the clock. Draw is to the right of Rydberg. Now the clock for some reason is running. Now it stops with 3:03 to go and 86 seconds to go on the power play for the Big Red. Draw to the right of Rydberg is won by NBA. Turn right over to the Panthers as Alex Millen ices the puck. Puck in the far right corner. Chase Matthews going after it with Sterling Schwartz. Matthews comes out with it off to Michael Piana. A pass across to Bennett Maxwell. Maxwell into the FRA zone on the middle with a shot that goes over the net. And the Panthers will ice the puck again. Michael Piana. Trying to pass ahead to Bennett Maxwell off the stick of Christian Schmid Williamson through the air. Maxwell gets to it in the FRA zone. Puck now behind the net. Getting it over to John Braun, and Braun trying to put it in front. Picked off by Logan Orem, who gets taken down. There's going to be a penalty against McSherry. Another penalty against Aiden McSherry. So it'll be for high sticking with 2:04 to go. 27 seconds left on the NBA penalty, but now it's going to be a 4-on-4 for 27 seconds. I think this is McSherry's fourth trip to the box in this game. So one more and he's gone. And he's suspended for the next GNASH game, which will be sometime in October. Draw will be on the right wing face-off dot behind the FRUSN blue line. Won by the Big Red, Kip Worthington. Getting it off to Turner Smith. Back ahead to Worthington as the puck rolls into the FRUSN zone. Under 2 minutes to go here. Big battle for the puck on the right wing boards, and Jake Jones clears it out, but puts it on the stick of Connor Oman. And Oman will dump it back into the FRUSN zone. And unfortunately, it was a delayed offside against NBA when Oman sent that puck in, although it looked like all the members of the NBA team had cleared out before the whistle was blown. 1 minute 40 to go here. Big Red 100 seconds from a Henry Hine Cup championship that's been expected since Thanksgiving. Draw one by the Big Red. As Reed comes out of the box, power play time for the Panthers begins. Jake Jones, puck poked off his stick at center. Back into the FRUSN zone is Connor Griffin on the right wing, going towards the net with a shot stopped by Rydberg, who pushes it over to, I think that's Frankenfield. Yes, it is. And Logan Orm chasing the puck into the NBA zone. Gets to it. Comes out to the right wing with a pass that's intercepted by Turner Smith. And puts it off Connor Griffin back into the FRUSN zone. Orem putting it off the skates of Ben Brinton. Maxwell back into the Panthers zone under a minute to go here. Maxwell backhanding it over to Stephen Ray with a shot stopped by Jonathan Rydberg of the left post. And he'll cover with 50.2 seconds left. As NBA gets ready to celebrate its first ever G-Nash Tournament Championship. And it means that the 4 schools who played in G-Nash's first season in 1999-2000, Brentwood, Centennial, Mount Juliet, and NBA have all won G-Nash sanctioned titles. Draw to the left of Rydberg is won by the Panthers. Ben Brinton near the net. Sends the puck around the boards. Picked up by Jake Jones on the right wing. Jones skates across the ice, passes ahead to Ben Brinton. Brinton into the NBA zone. Puck poked off his stick, and back the other way come the Big Red. Bennett Maxwell down the right wing into the FRUSN zone, off to Connor Griffin with a shot, stopped and held on to by Jonathan Rydberg with 21 seconds remaining. Draw will be to the right of Rydberg. One-timer off the draw from Piana is blocked to the inboards. Worthington behind the net as it poked off his stick. Carried out to center by Sterling Schwartz, but it gets tangled up in the skates of Stephen Ray. And then Jacob Conley goes into the NBA zone offside. 7 seconds to go. 3 seconds left on the man advantage for the Panthers. Draw one by NBA. 3, 2, 1. Piana with one last shot. Wide of the net. Doesn't matter. The Montgomery Bell Academy Big Red are the Henry Hine Cup champions for 2012-2013. Their first ever G-Nash sanctioned championship. They knocked the net. Bennett Maxwell knocks the net down in celebration. Not a gigantic dog pile. They did throw their gloves and their sticks, but they expected this championship. We've been expecting them to win this championship since about Thanksgiving, and now David Deutsch telling them to calm the celebrations. As now we get to the handshake line here, and Jonathan Rydberg will lead for FRUSN, who have been a worthy champion of G-Nash, and Michael Piana with a hug for Rydberg. FRUSN have been a worthy Henry Hine Cup champion for the last 2 years. But it's NBA's title this year. And from what we hear, they will not defend it. They will go back to the Gold Division next season. At least that's what I hope they do. Because you can't have a Gold Division without NBA. There was a big hole in the Gold Division this year without NBA. If NBA had been in the Gold Division, that G-Nash Cup race would have been a lot nastier than it was, because NBA would have beaten the big teams at the top and really upset that balance. As Henry Hine gets ready to hand the Henry Hine Cup off. To the captain, which will be Michael Piana. And Piana comes over. To to collect the Henry Hine Cup, taking a picture with Henry Hine, holding the trophy. And now he hands it off to Piana. And Piana holds it up. Hands it off to Aiden McSherry. And now McSherry skates it over to the NBA fans. And now the Big Red will take a picture in front of the net with the cup. And Craig Jolly is down at ice level. And he will talk with David Deutsch.
And welcome back in. We're now joined by NBA head coach David Deutsch. Coach Deutsch, congratulations on this, your first ever NBA title in GNAC.
Yeah, this is the furthest the hockey team at NBA's ever gone, whether it's blue or gold. The guys started way back in August and went through a lot of change, a lot of hard work. It was finally fun to see it all come together because our group of seniors has really made a difference. Very committed, very supportive, everybody of each other, and just played steady. Never got out of their game. And it was really fun to watch.
Now, Michael Piana, he is a special player. Got a hat trick. How was he to your team today?
Yeah, Michael's the kind of player that if he decides he wants to just kind of take over the game, he will. And we knew if we could get some shots on this guy, he would give up some rebounds. And we were fortunate enough that a lot of the first shots we took went in. You know, he gave up some rebounds, and but most of the shots we got off were off the first shot. And Michael's just a special kid, both, on the rink, in the game, off the ice, in the classroom, and just how he handles himself. And he's just such an excellent captain and role model for all our guys.
Now, one of the big keys for this game was your power play, your special teams. FRA USN went 0 for 8 on the power play, and y'all went 1 for 3. How big was that in capturing this Henry Hine Cup title? Yeah,
I think, it got us 1, but actually we were really more nervous about being shorthanded, and actually, when they were shorthanded, when we were on the power play, because we know their 17 had more open ice at that time. So, and he got 3 too. So we were really anxious about that. But I think, the power play didn't play as big a deal for us. We were shorthanded a lot tonight, and we were more focused on that than what we could do on the power play, honestly.
Now, one final thought. You have a patch on your shirt here, says SD. Talk about that and what that means to this team.
Yeah, well, we buried Steve Dalton today. He's a longtime coach and friend of NBA in the school. Such a giver, such a warrior, and he lost a battle with cancer. So what we did is we wore these patches today to honor Steve. It was a lot of emotions today, as you can imagine, when the team was at the funeral at 1 and then playing this game at 6. But You know, it's just a tribute to, you know, all of the community coming together, working hard, the fraternity of guys that have the skills to play this game. It's really a special moment.
Well, Steve was looking down on this game. Congratulations, Coach Deutsch. Henry Hine Cup Champions 2013. Congratulations. We'll see you next year.
Thank you very much.